Okay, it has finished West Ham 0, West Bromwich Albion of Division 1, or the Championship, shall we say, 1. They've beaten us. Emily, but you're going to have to hold the microphone, my darling, but please tell us all about it.
I mean, I think the really big takeaway from this game is that we're terrible. It's been really disappointing to see a Premier League side face a 10-man championship side and come away the losers. I think there's very little positives that you can take from a game like that. And I am really disappointed, and quite frankly, I'm a bit embarrassed too, that we couldn't manage to pull something off against a 10-man championship side.
I mean, do you think, obviously at half-time, David Moyes took it seriously, he made some changes. How much do you think this is going to impact our season as a whole?
I would actually agree with you that David Moyes actually took the cup as seriously as he possibly could. I think he put out the strongest side he had available, and I would agree that at halftime he put everything into the game by bringing on 3 stronger players than he had. I don't necessarily agree with the decision to leave Lanzini on the pitch and take Fornals off. I'm very confused by his attitude toward Fornals, given how much of a positive attitude Fornals has had on the pitch. But there is another part of me, as disappointed as I am today, we don't have the time or the effort to be in a cup run when we're facing relegation in the face, and there is very little evidence to suggest that actually we'll pull it off and stay up this season.
Fair enough. I mean, I've got to say, Jazz, over to you, mate. In the first half, Fornals misplaced at least 7 passes. I thought he was possibly our worst player on the pitch. No, Emily, you're looking at me slightly confused, darling, but I think...
See him have the ball.
No, but attitude, you're absolutely right. Technique, I thought he was very, very poor. Jazz, your take on it, mate?
Right, I'll probably need 1 or 2 hours to fully summarise what's wrong with our club. But quickly I will say that we need 4 new faces at minimum to make an impact, freshen the squad, G up the players. We follow football for a long time, Gonzo, and we know the players out there, they've got nothing more to offer in the current mental, physical state they're in. They don't run around much, they've got no pace in the team, our midfielders have got no goal in them, and we can tell we've invested in the wrong areas and maybe the wrong players last 3-4 years. 4 or 5 of those players out there were the same players when we were Upton Park. So that tells you how much the investment has got us anywhere.
So elaborate on that. You think the players that are performing now are the players that were performing at Upton Park?
All I'm saying is in 4 or 5 years' time, you should only have the same players if you're actually doing well. So 4 or 5 of those players are the same players we had at Upton Park. And in that time, we've not achieved anything, and they're still here, despite apparently the investment that we put in. So all the players have come and gone. They've not done anything. I mean, the striker, Hella, 45 million. You got people like Sanchez on 70,000 a week. Roberto was on £40,000 a week. Malenko, £125,000 a week. Lanzini can't pass forward anymore, only sideways. You got Fornals, not easy when you come into a team like this. You got Noble, who had a really bad miss at the end, a glaring miss from an experienced professional player that didn't even hit the target. I don't know where to end and start with this, really, apart from saying we've got 4 or 5 days to go until the window ends. We brought no one in. A good board of them made their list in early December, and when January window opened, we would have known what to do, like Liverpool. When the window opened, their player was in. So today we would have seen 2 new players at least, with another 1 or 2 to follow. None of it's happened. It's not our money, apart from the ticket, from what's happening at this club. I don't know what the plan is. The guy is running the club, in terms of Sullivan, like open all hours, Arkwright, as we know. He never used to want anyone else to keep control of the corner shop, and he would say things like, oh, who's touched the Mars bar? Did you do anything else? It's the same thing again. It's so outdated. They're very old. They're kids, I don't know. So he's very old. The kids are too young. Are they going to come in? Are you going to sell the club in this poor economic climate with Brexit? No one's got any money anymore. We simply need 4 new faces. I don't know how they come in how many days. The 1 or 2 players they're looking at, they're bidding like you buy tomatoes. I'll give you £1, I'll give you £1.10, I'll give you £1.20, I'll give you £1.30, when it's £3 to buy it. They're playing with fire. I'm truly only coming to these games to meet people like you. We got good bond, lovely new faces here today. We're here to meet people like these people.
But not for the football.
Not for the football. Not for the football. I arrived 20 minutes late. I asked the guy next to me, did I miss anything? He said, Jazz, nothing. And we'll be going to Liverpool again. We'll see what happens, really. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jazz. A familiar story. Gentlemen, just introduce yourselves.
Dennis, Liam.
What's going on, boys? What is the problem at the club? What has been the problem today?
I think today was a good start, and we could have got a good bit of confidence to help us in the league. You're playing a championship, you got Bilic coming back. It's a good start to get you a bit of confidence. You get a win today, you progress, gives you a bit of confidence. But out there, you can see there is no confidence. When you watch them play, they haven't got one bit of confidence. Declan Rice, brilliant player, but today he weren't on his top game. He didn't.
He was trying to make things happen.
Yeah, he was trying to make things happen, but when he's on his own and no one else wants it, even Noble when he came on, he had that shot. He didn't even hit the target. 2 shots on target against a championship team. It's not good enough. Simply not good enough.
Technique, not attitude.
Yeah, no, like he's been our saviour many a years. He's pulled us through many a years. But today, has he lost his passion? Is he actually seeing what the ball is like? Is he actually giving up on the ball and think, do you know what? They haven't got it in them. There isn't. We brought in Darren Randolph, who was a championship keeper. He's a good second keeper, better than Roberto. Anyone don't want Roberto. But at the end of the day, he's come in and he's still, even the first goal, it looked like he could have done more for it. But no one out there today wanted it at all. No one.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to pass it over to Liam. Introduce yourself. I've already done it. And then we'll come back. So what's gone wrong today?
Well, I thought the only team that thought they'd win would be West Brom because they're on a good run. We're what, 4th from bottom, and they're top of the championship. They're the team in form. We ain't. I thought they'd be the only team that thinks, we'll give this a game. And I thought we should turn up and think, you know what, they're good form, but we're a Premier League side. We should beat them. We should do these 2 or 3-0, in my opinion. But
it wasn't their priority today.
No, they should be going for the Premier League. We should be going to survival. We didn't. I wouldn't say we dropped any players because we had injuries, but I think our quality in our squad should beat these. And I thought they had more movement. They had better players. I thought on the pitch. I thought our top players on top money. You'd think you'd try a bit more fight, and I thought you didn't do anything. One shot on target because a header they keep a catch.
Yeah, I believe our first shot on target
Was
was the
a catch.
88th minute.
Yeah, that just shows there's no creativity. There's no winger. We haven't got any wingers. Give us a winger for God. Why don't we get Diangana back? Just give us Diangana back, and he might actually run down a wing and cross the ball. And I just think, well, just sort something out. Well, I've played 4 at the back, 2 in midfield that don't know what they're doing, play sideways, and 2 centre midfielders that are playing on the wide. They're only going to play sideways because they've got no pace. They're good players on the ball because that's what they want to do. They're not going to jump for header, are they?
Not good at all. The rest of the season. What's the rest of the season, Al?
The rest of the season, I reckon we're going down. I reckon it will go down, or if not, we'll go down to the last game against Aston Villa and Paul St-Cat. But with the bold, I think the best thing for us is to go down. I don't think until they lose a bit of money and it hits them where it hurts. If they keep scraping Premiership survival, they know we're all coming back every year to come back and watch them. Until something takes a big turn, and you need more than the protest. What happened last week was a good idea, but to progress onto that, it looks like Burnley again. You want what happened with Burnley to come back at, because that's when they listened and they tried. And that's not West Ham. Everyone loves West Ham. No one wants to see the fans do that. But them two, the 3 up there know what they're doing. They know they're getting a paycheck at the end of it. It don't matter if we go down. It might hit them a bit harder because they'll lose a bit more money. It'll be harder to sell because it ain't a Premiership team. It's a Championship team, and it will hurt them like it hurts us because they'll lose more money if we drop to the Championship than if we're a Premiership team. And no one wants us to go down. But at the end of the day, to get them out, I reckon that's what it will take. And then they might think about selling.
Cheers, fellas.